Remember the days before touchscreens took over the world? Way back in 2004, flip phones and slider phones were all the rage. Samsung, already a rising star, released a phone that made everyone take notice, the Samsung E800. It wasn't just a phone, it was a status symbol. The E800 was compact, stylish, and undeniably cool. Its design was all about smooth lines and minimalism. It fit comfortably in your hand and looked even better when you pulled it out of your pocket. It wasn't a bulky brick like some of its competitors. The E800 was made for those who valued elegance and portability. It was a phone that spoke for itself without being flashy or over the top. It became a classic from the moment it launched. Let's talk about design. The Samsung E800 was incredibly compact. It fit snugly in your palm and slid easily into any pocket. This was a phone you could take anywhere. The smooth sliding mechanism was a real treat. It was sturdy and felt good to the touch, adding to the premium feel of the device. The phone was available in various colors, but the silver model with a mirror finish was the real showstopper. This was a phone that turned heads. It was a fashion accessory, not just a communication device. Even today, the E800's design looks great. It's truly timeless. The E800's sliding mechanism wasn't just for show, it had a purpose. Sliding the phone open revealed the keypad, elegantly hidden when not in use. This maintained the phone's slim profile and protected the keys from accidental presses. The sliding action itself was smooth and satisfying, with a noticeable weight that spoke of quality. Answering a call with a flick of the wrist, opening the phone with a satisfying click became a habit. This tactile feedback was something many phones of that time lacked, and it added to the enjoyment of using the E800. It was these small details that elevated the E800 from a good phone to a great one. Don't let the E800's compact size fool you. This phone was packed with features. It had a bright TFT display that showed colors beautifully. Users could personalize their phones with downloadable wallpapers and ringtones, which was a novelty at the time. The E800 even had a VGA camera. While not as advanced as the cameras on modern smartphones, it was impressive for its time. You could capture spontaneous moments and share them with friends and family. And let's not forget the infrared port. The E800 allowed you to wirelessly share files with other compatible devices. It was a glimpse into the future of communication. The VGA camera on the E800 might seem primitive by today's standards, but back then, it was something incredible. It allowed people to capture moments on the go and share them instantly. The camera quality was surprisingly good for its time, producing clear and bright images. Of course, it didn't have all the bells and whistles of modern smartphone cameras. There was no portrait mode, no night mode, and certainly no 4K video recording. But that was part of its charm. The E800's camera encouraged creativity. You had to work with what you had, carefully framing your shots and making the most of the available light. The photos might have been simple, but they held memories that are still precious today. Chapter 6. Daily Use. The E800 Experience. Using the E800 was a real pleasure. The keypad was well laid out and responsive, making texting a breeze. The menu system was intuitive and easy to navigate even for those new to mobile phones. Call quality was excellent with clear and crisp audio. And the battery life? Let's just say you could go several days without charging. The E800 also had a suite of useful tools, including a calendar, alarm clock, and even a few simple games. It was everything you needed from a phone back then, and it did it all with style and reliability. Chapter 7. Standing Out, a cut above the rest. There were a lot of mobile phones in 2004, but the Samsung E800 stood out from the crowd. Its minimalist design, combined with an impressive set of features and excellent build quality, made it a true icon. Compared to other phones of its time, the E800 felt more refined, more sophisticated. It wasn't just a phone, it was a statement. It said that you appreciated good design and cutting-edge technology. The E800 wasn't just about looks, though. It was also incredibly reliable. It could take a few bumps and scratches and still keep going. It was a phone you could depend on. Chapter 8. Back to Basics. The E800 in the modern world. In a world dominated by smartphones with their endless apps and notifications, the Samsung E800 offers a refreshing change of pace. Picking up an E800 today is like stepping back in time. It's a reminder of simpler times when phones were used primarily for calling and texting. There's a certain charm in its simplicity. No social media notifications, no endless emails, just you and the people who matter most. Of course, the E800 wouldn't be your primary phone today, but as a secondary device or a nostalgic keepsake, it still holds a certain appeal. Chapter 9. Conclusion. Sharing the nostalgia. The Samsung E800 may be a relic of the past, but it reminds us that great design and innovation never go out of style. It was a phone that pushed boundaries and captured the imagination of a generation. What are your memories of the Samsung E800? Share your thoughts and impressions in the comments below. Did you have one? What was your favorite feature? Let's reminisce about this classic phone together.